Hello everybody, it's Baby Jesus here. Welcome back to the channel if you're not new. Welcome to the channel if you are. Today we're going to be doing some more gold making guides, and I want to make a really quick one here to touch base on something that I don't see a lot of people taking advantage of, and they definitely should, and it has to do with more town board stuff. We're going to be looking at fishing lures today, primarily Woodlouse Bait. You guys can find them from bushes, and most people just sort of disregard them, and I discovered something yesterday that you can make a buttload of them, but more importantly, they sell for an ungodly amount. So where we are today for this farming route, we are literally just at the Hermit Shrine, which if you've done any of the main quests, you should have. And you should be, it's right here. And you can do this anywhere there's bushes. I just like to go where there's slightly less people, so there's more opportunity for the bushes that you can find it. Now, in my tests, you literally just run off of it here, and you just go through. Now, you're going to gather a lot of green wood here, which you can use if you want to do woodworking, but, you know, it is a bit of an RNG drop to get these Woodlouse Baits, and you'll get them in 2 to 3 at a time in bundles. There you go. We just got 4 of them. Now, you'll have to check for your server. I don't know if all servers are like this, but because they are a town board item, like we've mentioned in the past, they are always going to have a value. And that value is always going to be relatively stagnant because people always want them. But on my server, that value is sitting at $8 to $10 per bait. Now, in my tests, I did want to see if it was, you know, just the market being stupid and actually selling. And I went and they sold in about an hour and a half. I believe I sold it for $8 was the last time I sold any. And this was just yesterday. So I am on the Nepenthe server on US East. Again, your server will vary. It is inevitable. But as you can see, we're already at 8 of them. Now, just because of the insanely high price tag, we're going to kill that rabbit because we're a bit of a sociopath. Because of the insanely high value of them, the amount of money that you can make on a per hour basis by selling these is obscene. So in my tests, every about, let's say, 10 minutes, you're able to gather around 50 of these bait. Okay? Which means that you're getting about 350 of these per hour. Now, I'm not the fastest with math, but 350 per hour multiplied by $8 each, if you want to even be conservative. I think right now they're selling for like 10 on my server, is a lot of money. You're talking near 3,000 gold per hour. So again, we're just going to see here, just for argument's sake, we're going to do this for about 5-10 minutes, and just to see how many we can actually gather if I was insanely lucky on the RNG drops, or if this is something else consistent. Now, again, the nice thing about this is I come here because you're never going to have any mobs attacking you. But also, I do it here because it's accessible. Everyone has access to it, and there's less people. But you can do it anywhere. That's the fun thing about this one. There is not a specific spot that is better or worse for it. I don't think the drops actually change. It's all RNG based on the item that you are gathering, which in this case is a bush. But it's super accessible, and it is a ridiculously fast way to make a ton of gold. You guys can see we are at about 90 greenwood right now. Pardon me. And I think we're at 15 or 12 Woodlouse Bait right now. So in a total of a couple of minutes. So even if you were to just do this a little bit, this is enough to pay your property tax if you have a house. This is enough to buy whatever weapons you want in the span of 5 or 10 minutes. Because we're already sitting on almost 100 gold right now. Actually, just over 100 gold worth of Woodlouse Bait. We have 13 already. So again, if you want to find better spots to root them, you always go for these big trees. There seems to be a large cluster of bushes that spawn at the base of them. And you guys can see around here, it's nice. If you want to veer off the path, you guys can gather these life blooms, which the motes are very, very expensive, very valuable, as are the leaves if you guys have good gathering luck. But entirely up to you. Just remember, the briars aren't going to give you these Woodlouse Bait, so you don't even need to gather them if you are here for the sake of efficiency and time. You just skip right over the briars. The briars are great for the firefly baits, which do sell as well at about 50 cents a piece, but nowhere near the amount of profit and value you can get out of these Woodlouse Baits. Again, it will vary based on the RNG of the your time, your day, how Jeff Bezos is wanting to treat you. But for the most part, you guys can see that we're at 18 now, 19. Again, you can get these random bundles and have a huge spike in returns. And again, those 19 are going to sell for 150 gold, give or take, which is obscene. maybe even 200 depending again on your server. It might be lower, all things relative, but I will show you again, guys, at the trading post that they do definitely sell, and they sell fast. People really don't want to do any gathering or anything like that for their town board projects. They would rather just buy them and move on and get the XP, which, you know what? For us gold gatherers out there, I'm okay with it. Again, unsure of how long this will last, but because it is for the town project board or town board, it should always have value. People are always going to want to complete those, get the XP, boost up their cities, their towns. So you should always be able to find some value in them somewhere. And again, you guys can look... Oh, I'm gathering herbs instead. Whoops. You guys can look at your specific maps in the trading post itself and see where is the best place to sell them. But for the most part, it's going to be in your starter areas, because that's where you're going to have the most population effectively. So we're now at 22 of these, 25 of these, pardon me. You know, every time I mention it, we get more. It feels like a sin leaving those life blooms and not gathering them, but we are here for a very, very specific purpose. And again, you don't need to get an absolute abundance of these just because of the price tag. Yeah, that's a briar. Look at that, we're almost at 30. We are now over 30 of them. And again, even if they're selling on the low end, which I was able to sell them at $8 a piece, you're looking at, you know, 240, 250 gold right now. It's insane. And again, I think they're selling close to $10 a piece right now on my server. So you're looking at well over 300 gold if you have those numbers on your server as well for very little. And the beauty about them is they don't weigh anything, so you can just carry an ungodly amount of these and never have to worry about encumbering yourself or anything along those lines. So again, guys, we're now at 34. And we have been gathering for just over 5 minutes. So you can say you're getting about 60 of these per 10 minutes. Multiply by 6, that's 360 per hour. And then you multiply by that, again, even on the low end of the spectrum, by 8. So you guys can see, again, I only ever walked along the river and back and forth, back and forth. You guys can gather anything you want along that route. You know, again, you guys saw those life blooms, you guys saw briars, a bunch of herbs if you guys want to do that for any Arcana stuff. You guys know that Arcana's close to my heart. We're just going to recall to the house, and I'm just going to show you how much these actually sell for. It is insane. Take advantage of it while you can, and just make that gold, make that money. Again, it didn't sell as fast as rawhides, but it did sell all of them when I did my test in around 2 hours, an hour and a half maybe. So you just put them on the auction house. I only ever put them up for an hour at a time, a day at a time, pardon me, and they sell. Again, I'm just going to go show you guys really quickly. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. And the market isn't dropping, as far as I can tell. So you guys can see my orders. I can go completed and expired. We have 27 of them sold for $8 a piece. It doesn't... It's silly. It's silly. And again, if you want to go here, or rather sell, we can look for Woodlouse. $34 of them, buying them for 10 cents. Don't ever do that, scam. But you guys can see $9.50 per unit. It's it's bananas. So take advantage of this while you can. Guys, this that we just gathered 320 gold in the span of 5 minutes of gathering. And again, if you guys want to take that data and multiply it, that equates to you know, we can do it twice for 10. So we got 34 by 2 by 6 is 408 per hour. And then you multiply that by 9. We'll even say $9 if you want it to sell immediately. That's 3,672 gold per hour. Again, guys, if you aren't taking advantage of this, and that's selling at $9. If you sell it at $9.50, you're making even more. If you aren't taking advantage of this, guys, you absolutely need to. Again, this is not just somebody undercutting the market either. This is already on the low end of the spectrum here. You guys look, this guy undercut, this guy undercut. I'm going to undercut. And I mean, short of destroying the market, look at this. They are selling. They are selling. And there's not a lot of them on the market. So you guys very easily, all server dependent, can make a ton of money here, guys. Okay, I'm going to put this up. I'm going to put it up for a day. I don't want to spend extra on the listing fee. list that up, and again, you guys can take a look. I don't know if everywhere is selling like this. Pardon me. I'm pretty sure most of them are. Am I stupid, Woodlouse? Oh, whoops, I can't sell them because I don't have any. We want to go here. Server-wide, this guy's undercutting, but you guys can see server-wide, they're going for even $6 just to make an insane amount of money. Okay, that's going to end this one off, guys. Again, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you guys. Again, go check this out. Go make your money while you can, and I will see you guys in the next guide. Thank you so much. Take care.